my wish. I wish to bring the light of the teachings, the Dharma, into everyone. Then they continue this work. And I want to share that how your parents happy when they see you in the right path, on the right track. By the way we treat, but we don't need to express a lot of words. So every time we do when your teacher teach you, and you look down, she look down, or your teacher look down, and they realize you are helping your friends. Are they happy? Yes, because they know that you understand the work. You understand the chapter. That's why you help your friends to understand the same. So your teacher will be very happy if you share and teach your friends how to solve the problem that you have learned in the chapter. Teachers will happy the same if their students, transmit down what they learn. The parents are also happy to see their children continue their path. And as a spiritual teacher, I also happy the same. When I see all my young monks, young nuns, they do the same as what I try to live and to share. A great happiness. So sometimes joyful is not something, you have to be super or something special. Just looking down around and somebody doing something that you're able to happy with. You're happy along. One of the things that all the brothers shared with me this afternoon. Oh, Thầy, you know what? The young friends in here, they're very kind and very calm. Because in our temple, we have summer retreat every year, a winter retreat, and about more than 100, young friends gathering, and they all in different environments. Sometimes they're very hyper, very annoying. But we take them all. But you guys are very calm and very gentle. They really appreciate it. So today, I know it's not my schedule, but it's nice to come and meet you all and share briefly with what I have practiced and how I feel. Because as a teacher, how I feel about my students when they do something right and good. And I just want to inform your parents. They're also happy the same if they see you doing something to satisfy their beautiful wish. Sometimes we don't feel comfortable by the way they order us. But anything you don't comfortable doesn't mean that's wrong. Just because in this time you don't feel that way. But later on, you will appreciate because of that, and that always, bring you beneficial. Just like when you take some medication, it's very hard to swallow. But if you split them out, you cannot get well. So the medicine is very hard, very difficult to take because of the taste. Maybe bitter or some taste very weird. But just swallow. That will heal you. Life is the same. Sometimes they're struggling, there's problems, they come. You cannot do anything, just, swallow, let it go, take it. And then after that, you're okay. You're okay. Have you ever here do some spoon massage? Cạo gió? Có ai biết cạo gió không? Ai chưa bao giờ cạo gió? Whoever never cạo gió? Oh, so most of you have done cạo gió. And I remember one of the Andy's brother. He is the older brother than Andy. He is 30 now. But when he come to live with me, he only 10. Not Andy, another brother. When he was sick, I asked him to do cạo gió. He refused. I said, if you want to travel with us tomorrow, you must get well. So you must give me your back and let me do this. And when I do, he cried. He said, it's so hurt, it's so hurt. I said, you want to die or you want to live? He said, I want to die. You know what happened? After he had to handle, he's struggling with all of that. 10 minutes later, I done. The next day, he got well. Since that day, every time he gets sick, he find me. He said, Thầy, I need cạo gió. You know, I just want to give an example. Sometimes you do this, very hurtful. Take time. Handle with that. After that, you will be fine. You get well. Life, not always well as you are in a healthy condition. Sometimes you got flu, sometimes you have fever, sometimes you have stomach ache, you have problems, you know, minor, from minor to major. But that is not the end of the world. That is part of life, and that is part of your test. Sometimes you do quiz, sometimes you do exam, sometimes you do a test, right? Why we call a quiz? Small. But sometimes you have to do a final exam. Everything you learn from beginning of a year, they may come all to your exam. Life is the same. Sometimes you have a very major problems. Sometimes very minor. But none of that able to sunk you down. As long as you be strong, be stable, and you have trust that there is the way, the solution to help you to overcome. Believe that. And I always remind myself, if I have the teachings of the Buddha in hand, I'm sure there will be a solutions to help me to overcome my suffering. You have to try to keep that in mind. When you have a book to read, and you make sure you know that in this book there is something interesting, some points, some words that encourage you, that inspire you, that able to make you learn a lot. None of the book useless. If you read this book, this page, you like the page, or lot of interesting points, don't just stop there and read that page all the time. You need to continue to read your book. Because that interesting pages may be more in future, in more pages. And they also help you to understand the whole book. Life is the same. Some page, someday you're full of happiness. Someday totally nothing, right? But not because of that, your life will be end in one page, in one day. Do you understand what I try to share? Every single page, there's a words for you to learn. Every tiny thing that happened in your life, there is something for you to learn to overcome your problems. You look up, you see beautiful flower, beautiful fruits, beautiful leaves and branches. What is down there? Down under root, dirty, dirt. Without the dirt, you don't have this beautiful up, right? So make sure we take both. We accept both. The beautiful and the ugly. The suffering and the happiness. Sometimes they are more dirty. They are more healthy for the branches, for the flowers, and for the fruits. You take that message? May you all be happy, joyful. If you have any question for Thầy, you're welcome to. I believe you have a question. Can you speak loud so everybody can benefit your question?
So, the vegetarian... Hello?
Yeah.
In the vegetarian...
You come up here. What's your name? Tracy. You're so beautiful. Đưa lên Tracy. Em gặp. Con lên đây ngồi gần thầy nè. Rồi, con đặt câu hỏi đi lấy cái microphone của này.
If you eat an egg in the vegetarian diet, would that count? Because if you didn't eat that egg, you could have had another chicken.
Do you understand the question? Yeah. Do you have the answer? Come up here. What is your answer? If you have more answer, please come and line up and share.
I partly have an answer because even if you didn't eat it, it still didn't go through a male chicken to have a chick.
Well, if you're vegetarian, you could eat that egg, but if you're vegan, you can't really eat that egg. Yeah. If you're vegetarian.
You could have had another chick. Because it could.
I know, but if you're vegan.
Nhận chịu cái lý của nó. Andy, you have any solution, any suggestion? Big brother, big sister, you have more answer? So now what do you learn from that question then? Con giải thích có những cái trứng nó có thể làm trong cái việc nở và có những cái trứng không, đúng không? Chứ không phải trứng nào nó cũng nở được. Và cái trứng không nở thì nó
So, dear brothers and sisters, as Thầy mentioned, actually, I know it's weird, but I only found this out quite recently as well, that not all eggs can become chicks or hatch into chickens. Because hens, they lay eggs because they need to lay eggs, and they just lay eggs. And it's a natural process for the hen to lay eggs, but without another chicken, then there's no life in that egg that the hen is going to lay. So that means that in some eggs, there's possibility for a chicken to, or possibly for a chick to be hatched out of the egg, but in some eggs there aren't. And we eat the ones that don't have any possibility of becoming a chicken, yeah, or a chick. So next time when you eat eggs at the temple, you don't have to worry, okay? Because we don't eat the kind of egg that has life potential in it. Anyone else would like to ask Thầy a question?
Yes.
I saw a video that someone raised a chick from an egg yolk.
Nó có xem một cái clip là có một cái chú đó, chú là một cái nhà khoa học đó, họ nuôi một cái trứng, nhưng mà họ nuôi không, cái trứng đó nó không có cái